So let's do the things that we think exist. Let's do any. Love you. That's all.
Yes.
So if we were to write or we write, that's interesting.
Science fiction or something that is going to disturb you. Something disturbing.
Something disturbing. I think we should say something thought-provoking. Disturbing sounds like you want to cause chaos.
I want to cause chaos.
Oh, actually. I almost defended you. Well, that's interesting. Please round of applause for him. So right about now we will be having the founder, the president and founder of the Writers Mentor Network, Mr. speak to us briefly, very briefly. Please sit tight and listen.
The writers, creative writers, and leaders written up 2025. My name is Twmn. Hello, welcome to the Writers Network's Creative Writers and Leaders written up 2025. My name is Twmn. I'm the founder of the Writers Network. The Writers Network was established on the 23rd of December 2020 with the primary mandate of promoting creative writing and literacy across the various nations of the world, especially in the rural communities. For the past 5 years, we have championed the cause of rural education, moving to material locations to give hope to children who are less privileged and who have access to quality education. This is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations 4, which has as part of its primary tenets quality education, equality, fairness for everyone able to have access to an education. We believe in the power of creativity and literacy. That is why we have committed ourselves unreservedly to promoting this cause. I want to create a context for us on this day, and I'm speaking from my heart at this hour. If we look at our world, we see a lot of challenges, we see a lot of issues, from lack of quality education to poor health care, unemployment is at an all-time high, inflation rate is also very high. So many socio-economic factors and even negative kind of barometer of measurement. This shows us that there is a call for us to arise. This we have been told in the popular cliche that youths, young people, children, we are the leaders of tomorrow. The question is when tomorrow comes, we need to find us prepared. We spend our time to speak about the older generation, how they have failed us. This is a call to introspection, for us to look at ourselves and ask the question, when our time comes, how different are we going to be? Consider this a consensus at Eden. That is the gathering of consenting minds, to prepare ourselves for what is to come. Because the truth is, our time will come. And the question now is, what will we do when the mantle of power, the mantle of literacy, the mantle of creativity, the mantle of the healthcare, and every other sector is handed over to us? This gathering is particularly important to me because I believe that great men and women will rise from here. People in retrospect will look at today and say, this was the day that I found the courage to keep on going. I understand that there's a lot of discouragement for creative writers, there's a lot of discouragement for people who are still attuned to things that have to do with literacy. I understand that because in our world today we tend to celebrate things that are frivolous and things that are not frivolous are in primary place. That is why a lot of people who are people of reason, people of intellect, people of mind, people of courage have cowered and found themselves relegated to the background. That is why an assembly such as this is very important and crucial. I want you to see yourself today as an agent of change. I want you to see yourself today as one that is prepared to do great things in that time. When tomorrow comes, we have to be the voices of reason. When tomorrow comes, we have to be the ones who tell our compatriots that the wrong way is not the right way. When tomorrow comes, we have to be the ones who uphold the moral rectitude of society in the midst of the moral decadence that we find ourselves. So this gathering is beyond just coming to read and write or having conversations. This gathering has a lot more to do with your orientation and transforming the minds of people. And letting people know that despite your small estate, you can rise to do great things tomorrow. Greatness is for all of us, but there are very few people that find greatness. We have to make a mistake. We have to put our hands on the plow and not look back. I am very happy that you have chosen to be a part of this. Despite the numbers or whatever we know that if we influence people one day, one community, one family, one nation at a time, we know that there is hope for our tomorrow. I'm going to be able to do that on your skill, on your talent. We see a lot of great minds and mentors, both in memory and those who are still alive today. One thing is common with all of them. They separated themselves onto something. They consecrated themselves onto a new pathway, which they believed was the call that God had bestowed upon them in their lifetime. And then they spent all their time and energy pursuing that vision and that dream. It is possible for you to do great things, even from the small things. It is possible for us to live and bring positive benefit in our time. Now, I mean, we need to be a long list of heroes and heroines of faith. At this time of life, the world cries out desperately for the rising of heroes and heroines. We are the ones that are living and the youngest heroes and heroines. We are the times and light and moons in the stars. That is why a symposium such as this has been put together, and I'm particularly passionate about it. Thank you for being a part of this, and I implore that whatever you learn from here, let it not die with you. Spread it onto other people. Even as the book says, that which you have learned, commit it also onto faithful people, commit it also onto other faithful. It is a great job that I learned from you. To the writers, networks, creative writers, and leaders in Bootcamp 2025. Tell your story, share your story, and bring transformation to the world. Thank you very much, and have an amazing day. Thank you.
Thank you guys for that. Thank you. You know, one of the things that I love so much about Mr. Etingo is that aside telling us not to give up, he himself does not give up. So, you know, even in times where like this thing will like what we run out, God will run out. That reassurance keeps us going. Even when we may not know what exactly it is we are asked to do, we may not know what exactly it is we are supposed to do at whichever point in time, we just trust God and we trust Him. That was a beautiful piece from him. One of the things I'm still taking that don't give up and spread the gospel of literacy and do not let it die. And I hope you took that home as well. But speaking of not giving up, I just remembered something. There was a point where I actually gave up on that one, but not entirely. I used to write, the reason I used to go to secondary school, so I used to write 3 poems every day. It was like a challenge, and at some point, someone joined me, so it now became a competition. So after challenging myself, someone like, okay, I want to do that, so it now became a competition. So 3 poems every day. I wrote poems, so, collection, I wrote Shebi's poem, lines and stanzas, I wrote. Then I was like, I was actually looking for money to publish this, whatever that was, poem or not, whatever it was. And in 2020, when I became a member of the Writers Media Network, I started, like, oh, what have I been writing? What have I been writing? That's how I don't publish my book again. I gave up on publishing it. But why I said I didn't give up entirely is that there are other books I'm currently working on. Okay? So this time I am more patient. It is not set a target for yourself. You must write 3 poems every day. No, it doesn't work like that. So you might achieve results speedily, but what about the quality? So when we seem to overthrow or overrun the process and just go straight to the result, sometimes we may not get something that will last a lifetime. So this is me telling you that whenever I publish the book I'm writing, hopefully it will be worth it. Hopefully it will be worth it this. Because it is going to pass through procedures, different rounds of scrutiny from different writers, different authors, before it comes out. I'm not rushing myself again. Whichever year it comes up, it will come up. So, this is me telling you now, someone that has tried to give up before, but not give up. Don't give up. Now, you're going to hustle. Say, I must hustle. I must hustle. Yes. So, in everything we are doing, let's not forget the theme of our meeting today, which is transformation through storytelling. So, whatever it is we are doing today, there is storytelling, there is going to be a transformation, and we are going to transform your hustle now, okay? Oh, with you. You're with me, right? So, get your pen, get your paper. If you like typing with your phone, be active. Make sure you just think you're typing. Don't mistakenly go and type it on WhatsApp or on Telegram. Don't go to Snap. Don't just do small video. When it's time to do that, I will let you know. So just pay attention so that you don't end up coming here and going the way you came. Even when I say don't go the way you came, don't go worse. Go better. I am inviting to speak to us the first speaker at our. Oh, it's so beautiful. She was the first speaker to arrive, and she's also the first speaker. Celebrate grace. She is the first speaker at our Bootcamp, at our main Bootcamp. If you say a Guinness Book of Records, we do, we'll be like, the very first person to speak at the Writers Media Network Bootcamp is Miss Emilio Ede, the founder of the Justice. Please clap until she tells you the story. Clap as if there are 1,000 people in this room. Okay.
They say clap is not
I don't know.
Hello everyone. Hello ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's really nice to stand before you this afternoon. Sorry, I'm not looking at this side as I should because I'm not sure I can see because the light is blinding. But it's fine. Hopefully that will fix it very soon. And hope that my slides will be displayed. But if it's not, that's still very fine. However, it will be better to be able to follow me so well. Just as introduced, my name is Emilio Emmanuel Ede. As long as it's a picture of that, it's okay. My name is Emilio Emmanuel Ede, and I'm so happy to have you all here. I'm so glad to have you all here. Thank you. Can we have everyone move to this side? So I can have a focus, please. So can we move here? While we wait for other people, and let's call us. Some people are being wait. So I want to call this is a teaching session. I'm a teacher for today. So So this year will be, I will behave like a teacher, but a young one at that. Okay. So this is Twmn Creative Writers and Leaders Bootcamp. First, I'd like to appreciate Mr. Twmn because he extended the invitation to me, and I'm very much grateful to him. And sir, so sorry sir, what's your name? Ediomo. It's a pleasure to meet you. I love what you are doing, holding things down to ensure that this place thrives. It's a really awesome thing to do. So kudos to you, sir. And to everyone who are here, I'm so grateful to you. If not, I would have come to the chairs. So thank you for coming. So who is Emily Ongede? Emily Ongede is the writer. To sum it up, she's a writer, that's all. She's a book editor. She's a public speaker, which is what she's doing here. And I believe you heard that she's the founder of the Hustle Space. The Hustle Space is a creative agency where we offer ghostwriting, editing, and publishing services to our clients. So I just need to explain how the Hustle Space, that name came to me. Because I see you really like it.
I came to the front to hear it.
So I work from home. Everything I do, every writing I do, happens in my room. And in 2023, I was always writing with my cousins, my uncle. The job was so overwhelming, so I had to put a lot of people to join me so we could write together. And the only place we could do that was in my room. So I had just my own table and seat, but my cousin would use my bed, like two of my cousins. And when they come, we just be inside the room, they are working, they are writing, and all of that. And one day I just sat down and I thought to myself, this room has created something that is beyond me. What can I call this business I want to start? Because I am someone that likes to do something, to start a business. I was a baker before. But also, I didn't want people, like he had introduced me. I didn't want people to introduce me by the job I do. I am a creative writer in an immigration law firm. So I didn't want anybody to be a creative writer in an immigration law firm. So I needed something that was mine, that I could own. And that is how the Hustle Space. While I was thinking, I needed something like hustle room. Why? Everything I checked were all registered. But the Hustle Space was mine to own. And I took it, I grabbed it. So that's how the Hustle Space came to me. And as a writer, I've been writing since I was 8 years old. Like this, my Oga here shared. Back then in secondary school, I was always writing lots and lots of stories. My locker was a hub for stories, but I had a problem. I never always completed my stories because I lacked inspiration at times. So when you come to my locker and get a story, you know that you will not complete it because I will not complete it. But then, I really loved the experience. However, when I came out of secondary school and I was about to start university, I wanted something to do while I was still in school. And I decided to maybe take my writing seriously. But I couldn't make money from it. It was really frustrating. I was writing beautiful stories, but where was the money? It wasn't there. That discouraged me and I stopped writing and decided to start baking. So after a few years, I embraced my writing again. That was in 2022. And since then, there was no turning back. So all glory to God for that. Please clap for God now. Thank you so much. So, we'll go straight into the business of the day. My topic is how to be profitable as a writer. How to be profitable as a writer. This topic is very dear to my heart because there was a point in my life that I wasn't profitable as a writer, but now I am. So I'm always so happy to share the story and to also show you the things that have worked for me. From the introduction, I see that we do not have many full-time writers in the house. So, on and on, we would have had the first introduction part, maybe how to be a writer and all of that. But that's not my topic, and I have to be the first speaker today because, remember, I am a creative writer and an immigration law firm. Though I work remotely, but this is currently work hours. So I was awake 6-4 to clock in my hours, and to God be the glory, I've clocked in 5 hours so far. I still need to go back and complete like 4 hours, and I'm done for today. That's why I'm the first speaker, so please, I'm taking permission ahead of time. You will release me when I'm done. Thank you so much. And I'm speaking today and tomorrow. So I had to divide this topic into two. The first is the business of writing, thinking like an entrepreneur. The business of writing. The business of writing. I would like to ask a question. If you were to, or if you were to start your writing journey and make money from it in a year, how much would you project yourself to make? Can I have an answer? How much would you project yourself? Let's say the first year of starting writing. How much do you project to make in a year? I like profits. Like, okay, let me put how to say I like money.
Well, I will want to make 500 to 1 year. 100,000 to 1 year.
In a year.
In a
We are
year.
talking about in a year.
Yes,
As a startup. And someone else that will be that question. As a line. I would like to hear everybody's opinion. If you were to start writing in a year, your first year as a writer, how much do you want to make? You project yourself or see yourself to make? Be very realistic, oh, this is Nigeria.
For me, 100
100 to 300. Okay.
as a side hustle, yes.
Inside hustle or full time?
Okay, so I think like 500,000.
500,000.
In a year, I think 5,000
Like 5,000 naira.
dollars.
Dollars. Ah, thank you. Okay.
I
Yes,
found
let's
it's
go.
$5,000 because there's a magazine I have to submit to go and for the first edition was $5,000 and I was like, that should be
I love dreamers. That's nice.
Okay, I would say 500 naira. Because I don't want to start small. 500.
Well, I love all your projections and all those big figures you mentioned are realistic. When I started in 2022, like the first money I saw, the first month I saw like over 200,000. What am I saying? The first week, yes, I saw like 200,000, and I'm like, that's huge.
It's mine.
Yes, that was in a week. I need to say, I work weekly, like I get paid weekly, not 1 week, and I'm so used to my mode of payment. Okay? So I was so surprised. I'm like, was I sitting on this all this while? I never thought it was possible. However, it doesn't mean that you who has made 50,000, who has made 100,000 in a month, that is small. Okay? Remember, I started writing since 8, when I was 8 years old. And I started making money as a writer in 2022. That's a long time. I gave up, though. You give up. I gave up and I came back again. So I have to ask this question. question because my topic is crucial. We have a lot of writers out there, and I tell you for free, it is very frustrating that people read your work. It's so beautiful, yet you are not getting paid for it, or you are not making money off it. Because most times someone will not have to hand the money to you. Sometimes your book will make sales, you've made money, right? It doesn't have to be that you did a service for someone. Sometimes you have the skill and you coach people. They pay you to teach them. That is your writing, being profitable. Okay? It's not a one-way thing. It's very broad. There are different ways to make money as a writer. So the method the story I just told, that was like one part of it. Okay? My business, the hustle space, I don't like to pay myself because I'm like, okay, let me just say, well, who knows, money. I'd like to get a space, hire writers to stay in one space like this. You know, I'll have my own office and all of that. So I try not to pay myself from my agency's money because I already have my salary. Okay? But then, it was just last month, and I'm like, I need a rich job too now. Even if I don't want to use it for anything, let me save it. And that's how I started paying myself. I paid myself last month. I was so happy. Yes, I paid myself because normally I'll just pay myself, but I paid myself from my agency's account, and I felt so proud of myself. I want you to know today that writing is art. A lot of people can write. Okay, my slides are here. Yes, writing is art. That is your creativity and your imagination. My sister here said she will imagine the drama and she will write it. We all have beautiful imaginations. So that's when you bring it to life. You know, you reading something and it evokes such emotion that it will make you cry, it will make you angry, or whatever emotions it evokes from you. That's art. It's not easy to make someone cry. I remember one day I was reading a book and I was with my cousin and my sister. I was on the place, so I faced the other side and I was crying. Because I didn't want them to ask me, because of the book. But the content of the book, reading it, brought the tears from my eyes. So that's art. That writing is art. But selling it is business. If you want to make money from your writing, yet you are not talking about it, you are not selling it, no one knows about it, no money will come. So I won't call that business. Because you only earn when you treat it like a product. And then sustaining it is strategy. You keep earning when you plan for long term. For me, I know that the job I'm doing, I won't do forever. So what am I setting in place that if I leave that job, I have a cushion to fall back on the hustle space. Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone, and I was like, why don't you just quit your job and put all your energy in the hustle space? And I asked him, in Nigeria, if I don't build the hustle space to be able to pay me just as I am receiving from my company, I'm not going anywhere. Because right now I don't even have to think about myself alone, but my family. So I'd rather string the two together. Okay? So I'm just going to try to make this as quick as possible. I pray that's possible. Can I have the next slide, please? So what will we learn today? We learn how to sell value, not words. Because writing is more than words. So people think they will just write that thing. But what value are you giving? So I'll teach you how to sell value, not words. I'll teach you how to find your profitable niche and how to price for profits. So what is value? Can someone do that for you? What is value? What do you think is value? In your own words, it's very famous. No need for the mic.
Value is what you hold dear to, and it's something important to you. And it can be in form of money, it can be in form of property, it can be in form of anything, it can be in form of person can be about to you.
because of time, thank you so much. But we want to try.
For me, value is something you can give out that will be profitable to the person you are giving it to.
Thank you so much. It's a two-way thing. And profitable to the person you are offering it to and to yourself. Thank you. So, this is my conclusion. Value is a problem only you can solve in the way only you can solve it. Truthfully, there are a lot of people who are doing what you are doing, but how are you doing it? I'm able to get retainer clients because they love how I do it. If a client loves how you do it, we are two ghostwriters and editors here. They love how you do it, no matter how I pitch to them. Because they love you, they will continue to stick with you. There is a value they are getting from you. There's a value they are getting from you, okay? And it has your experience, your skill, your personality, and your perspective to it. That they may not get that same result with another person. So that problem only you can solve in the way only you can solve it. That's value. Okay. So you have to sell the outcome, whatever that looks like. A lot of clients pay for that impact. What do they stand to gain? Okay, what's the outcome? As a ghostwriter that I write books for clients, most especially busy professionals, those who do not have time to write. What is the solution I'm bringing to you? You do not have time to write. That's why I'm here. Okay, sir, give me all your ideas and I'll write it for you. At the end of the day, put your name or pay me my money. That's all. You see now, the person has gotten value. That time is value because instead of the person to sit down to write the book by itself, wasting so much time, I do it but I get paid for it. That's the outcome. The outcome is the book. You will not call me for your book launch. I will come. I'll keep quiet. They will praise you. You wrote this? I'll just be money. I know the truth. But did I open my mouth to say I did it? Handcuffs. Do you understand? So I am never to expose that I did it. Because I've been paid for it, I've been compensated. So now we have the outcome. What you came to me with was just an idea. And I gave you an outcome, which is a book. So you sell the outcome. Okay? You need to show evidence of the work you deliver. Be it through portfolio or what have you. Testimonials from your former clients, Google reviews, and all of that. That is how you build trust. That's how people know that you can do what you say you can do. I've had some clients come to me. Oh, do you publish books? I say yes. Send me sample. I'll send you sample of books I've printed now, right? That will now give you the confidence that I can actually do it, and you trust me. So you need to show evidence of your work. And then you also need to charge for the change you create. You need to price by value, not just by hours. Yes, the work I do as a creative writer in an immigration law firm is an hourly job, but I love it because it gives me a consistent salary. Do you understand? When we talk about running a business, some months can be good, some months can be bad. But then it gives me that cushion to fall to. However, if I have to work for my clients in the hustle space, it can never be hourly jobs. I'll just give you a set price and charge you. You pay me and I go my way. Okay? So you need to charge for the change you create. For me, writing a book is not cheap. I've gone to several book launches, and when I hear the money, the support that this plan gets me, all these big men, and I should have charged more. This was like, oh, he has been talking to me, oh, my boss, You know, we have different kinds of writings, content writers, we have copywriters, script writers, technical writers, ghost writers, editing and proofreading, all of that is in one family. So who are you writing for? Who are your targets? You cannot write for everybody, okay? You can't write for everybody. So who are you writing for? That's your audience. And I cannot answer that question for you. You are the writer. So all these things are practical. When you write them down, try to answer them. Who are you writing for? What do you want them to think or feel after reading what you've written? What emotions do you want to be evoked from them? If you are a copywriter, you write a copy for a client. I'm not waiting for this. Yeah, this is it. Because if the client is feeling that way, certainly the public who you are writing that copy for will feel that same way. How many of us have been following this, how do they call it, off your phone saga online? This, yeah, Tom Ford. Even A. Oh, yes.
All is what it is.
Yeah. If you've been following this Even A issue, you see what just Kali A did. They said we don't expose breasts or boobs. We what? A copywriter wrote that. And I don't know if it's actually from the Boom A administration that allowed that to come out. Okay, it could just be a graphic designer deciding to be funny, but nobody will want to ask questions. Okay, but that copy made a lot of people to talk. Right? It evoked a certain type of emotion. What they are trying to do is to downplay Igbo A to elevate Kali A. But of course, they are just starting. They can't succeed. Now, the next question is, how will you know it works? And that's where feedback comes in. Sometimes the feedback will be pleasant, but you need to ask for feedback. When I immediately send your work down below, I appreciate your feedback. If I wait 2-3 days, I will remind you again. And because I'm trying to build our Google review, I'll send you the Google link. I say, sir, please, if you love this service, give us 5 stars. If I see 4 stars, me and you will fight. Okay? So that you need to ask for that feedback, because it is from that feedback you will know if what you have written did well, or if your clients loved it. So these are the 3 outcome-focused questions you need to ask. Are you changing this? Now, why should a client pick you over another writer? It's because you deliver outcomes, not just content. You see, in this era of ChatGPT, AI, and all of that, a lot of writers, they are ChatGPT writers. Because if you give ChatGPT prompts, it will give you a response. But they don't even sit back to think, if this thing aligns well. Please don't get me wrong. ChatGPT, now my best friend. But when you are using ChatGPT, apply sense. Okay? You need to apply sense when you are using ChatGPT. So it doesn't just look like ChatGPT. So, all those kinds of people, when you see their content, you know that they're just content. A lot of them will use it and write books. Me, if I can't start reading it, now my best friend is nice. Lavia. So your writing should solve problems and deliver measurable results. Then another thing is specialized expertise. That is, you understand the industry and your audience better than a generalist. You know, some people just say, I'm a writer. What kind of writer are you? Because writing is broad. I've noticed that I write more for like pastors, thought leaders, so I try to stick to that. Imagine someone came to me the other time, I ran art and he saw my art, he came to me, we're like, oh, I need you to edit my textbook for me. I said, what's it about? He said, physics. I said, I'm not like this guy that likes science fiction. I don't know anything about science. So I got the book, I reviewed it. I said, for what you have here, for what I've read, is nice. But please note that I'm reading like I'm reading a paper. I don't know the content about physics and all of that. So you will need a physics-inclined editor to help you with this. I can't help you with it. However, after the